What's good, everybody? Welcome to my live. Well, welcome to another live, better yet. On this live, I want to talk about 90s versus today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it need to be talked about. I know people talk about it sometimes on other platforms, but I'm going to touch a little more deeply on this one because some people are not aware of this. You know, just in case you just hopped in the live, hit the like and subscribe button, man. Smash the like and subscribe button, man. But anyway, I want to start off with talking about the 90s relationships versus today. You know, and like the relationships in the 90s, there wasn't no dating apps. It wasn't no um social media or any of that at all. Like in the 90s, you had to, if you want to meet somebody and get to know somebody, you had to go and mingle with people, mingle with men, mingle with women. You had to do it then because there was no technology. People went home, had house phones, people had pay phones. Matter of fact, guys had pay phones. If they was on the block and they had to call their girlfriend on a pay phone, they'll put 25 cent, 50 cent into the pay phone and make that phone call and call a girl or call their girlfriend. And like I like to know what y'all thoughts on that. Like how y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like the old way, the 90s way of dating is better than today? Because my honest opinion is the 90s way of dating is is the best way. Natural. It's all natural. You go and meet somebody, you face somebody, you look somebody in the eye and talk to them like a man or a woman and fully get to know them. Because these dating apps and social media, you're not really getting to know the person. All you're doing is typing. You putting your fingers on the keyboard and you are typing letters, words, and numbers. But you're not talking to the person or looking the person in the eye and getting to know them mentally. You're not feeling their spirit. You're not feeling their vibe. You cannot feel nobody's vibe by DMing them and texting all the time. The only way you really will get to know the person is unless you are around a person, you talking to them, and you getting to know them, you seeing them, you look them in the eyes, and you really feel them out. And that was the way in the 90s. In the 90s was the bomb. Like the 90s, I remember the 90s. Every day after school, I go home, do my homework, get done with my homework. Mama cook dinner, I eat dinner. After I get done eating dinner, then I get that piece of paper from the girl who gave me the number at school, and I go into the back room, grab the house phone, and dial the digits and talk to them over the phone. But no, I'm not no rapper. I used to be a rapper, but I appreciate the the I appreciate the comment, man. Whoever this is GLA. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate the comment, man. Yeah, I used to be a rapper. I was signed to a label by the name of Sun Wave Entertainment out of Chicago. But it didn't. The contract didn't go through because I had an agent who I was dealing with in Arizona, and the record label tried to charge me $10,000 for studio time, right? And at the time, I was just getting out of prison, right? And when I got out, you know what I mean? Like my money was funny, so by my money being funny, I didn't have $10,000 at the time. Dude, it was back in 2006. So basically, when I seen the contract, I looked at it. I'm like, $10,000. So I called the agent back and I told him like I'm not paying for no studio time because anytime a record label decides to sign you, man, you don't supposed to pay nothing. I mean nothing. They supposed to pay for that studio time. They supposed to be paying for your beats. They supposed to pay for everything anytime you are assigned to a label. I don't care if it's underground, independent, mainstream, whatever it may be. If a label assigns you to a contract, you don't supposed to spend no money on nothing. I mean nothing. So that was the situation I was in, and basically I copped out the contract, and that was back in 2006 when I was in my mid 20s. I was like 26 years old at the time, to be exact. So that's my story about that situation. But yeah, like what I'm talking about is the 90s. Like in the 90s, life was the bomb, life was the shit. You know, it's like in the 90s, the women was different, right? And it's like women wasn't demanding money. Like today the women are demanding you to pay up some money just for a conversation or a date or whatever. Back then, it was all natural. Like a woman will like you for you. Back then, it wasn't about money, finances, about what you wore, or what type of car you drove, or possessions, or whatever it may be, or your job. Like women always wanted a man with a job, but it wasn't on a level back then as it is right now. Like today's dating, it's on a whole nother level, man. Like it's like you have to fit their requirements. They demand you to have cars, fancy cars, a whole lot of money, um, fancy houses, fancy cars, fancy clothes, and me being me, I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna work the type of job I want to work. I'm gonna wear what the fuck I want to wear, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. Like, and my thoughts about that is, you have to be a weak-minded ninja to allow a woman to control your mind, to control your mental, to control this up here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you allow a woman to control your mental, you're not a king. You know, you're not a king. I mean, you weak. Like, you have a lot of weak guys out here. They allow these females of today to control and manipulate their mind. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight up, bro. But I had to say it, man, because it's a lot of guys out there that don't understand. Like, you a man, you a king. You supposed to control the situation. You supposed to be a leader of the woman, not let the woman control you. Because if you allow a woman to control you, guess what? She gonna treat you any type of way. She gonna handle you any type of way. She gonna talk to you any type of way. She's gonna embarrass you in front of people. Straight up. Straight up. Yeah, you're right though. You're right though, my guy. Everybody not a king. You have some cowards out here. You have some whatever other word, what I mean, in the dictionary. But definitely everybody not a king, because you have to conduct yourself like a king. You have to live your life and let people know you are a king. You have to talk like you are a king. But for the record, all black men are a king, only in their own way. But you have to utilize it. Everybody has a crown on their head, but you have to utilize it. If you can't utilize it, of course, you're going to be a weak link. Straight up. And I said this in multiple videos of mine, that most black guys are weak links, because they're not enlightened. They're not aware of what's going on. They don't know how to stand up to people. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to elevate their life. You know what I mean? And you have some guys that don't know how to treat a woman, man. Straight up. So if you are lacking in all those categories that I just stated above, then you're not a man. You're not a king. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being real. Like, I hate to hurt somebody's feelings. Somebody might be watching, and somebody might get into their feelings, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You know the old saying, the truth will always set you free, and that's real. Because if you scared to tell the truth, I learned a long time ago. If you fear telling the truth, you won't make it far in life. You will always live life as a coward. Living life in fear is the worst thing you can ever do in life, and that's real. See, that's why. See, I was taught by the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned not to live life in fear, worrying about what people gonna say, or worrying about the outcome of a situation. If I if I stand up for myself and speak up for myself, because listen, a closed mouth don't get fed, and number two, a closed mouth don't get no respect. Yeah. Now I'm not drunk, my guy. I'm not drunk. It's just the way the light look inside this room. I have a dim light in here right now, you know. And plus, I'm not trying to talk too loud because I talk way louder than this. But I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want to interrupt the neighbors next door, you know. So I should have did this live in my car, but I'm like, fuck it. Like, I just went and did it. But anyway, I'm about to jump on something else. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna drop my shit. Y'all gotta excuse me. Man. Fucking around with the live chat. Ah, man. I'm back. I'll drop some on the floor, but I'll pick it up in a minute. But I like this question you asked. What do you think about biracial black folks? Well, my thing is, it's a good and a bad. Now, most biracial black folks I ran across and dealt with personally, they tend to have a different personality from your average black person. You you have some that stand behind their their bloodline, and you have some on the street that they're a mix. They are raised by maybe a white mama or a white daddy that teach them hate. You know what I'm saying? It's like in some situations you have mixed people that grew up with a white mama, and that white mama is kind of racist, so she'll teach them to hate black people. And then when you go into certain places like public places, you will see that, you will feel that energy, because you have those mixed people giving you funny vibes. You know what I mean? They might talk to you a certain way. You know, you could be in McDonald's somewhere. You could be in Burger King. You go to the register and you be like, may I get this and blah, blah, blah. May I get the number two, number three, or something like that. And they give you this funny attitude, or they look at you some type of way. They don't give you eye contact. They look straight down towards the register instead of looking you in the eyes. They can't give you eye contact. They look down. That's a funny vibe right there, because they can't look you in the eyes and talk to you like a man or a woman. So in so many words, they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? You have some mixed people that hate. They are racist, bro. Just being real with you. But I also have ran across some mixed people that's cool as a fan. Like, they have good vibes. Like, they'll help you if they could. They'll give you their hand off their back if they could. You have some mixed people, they'll date you. Like, some mixed women love dark skinned men. So basically, what I'm talking about, it goes both ways. It goes both ways, bro. Like, it just depends on the person, where they're from, and how they are raised. Because you have to realize everybody was brought up to either love or hate. So that's my analysis. That's my analysis on your question, what you just asked. But I have a lot of different opinions about this socialism, man, because it was a time when it was all love, right? It wasn't all this hate out here. Like people wasn't hate you for no reason. Like back in the days, people used to try to help people. It was unity. Everybody was vibing. It was all love. Everybody, stuck together, rolled together. You know, I mean, even back in the day, if somebody didn't like you, they didn't publicly say it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say it back then because back then everybody believed in moving in silence. Like everybody moved in silence. Now everybody's open. Like people will openly tell you they don't like you. People will openly show you that they don't like you. People will do things to show you that they don't like you. People will hate you for no reason and don't even have to know you from a can of paint. But that's how this world operates, unfortunately. But really, like I said, I blame social media. I blame the internet for this. Because with this internet and this social media, it's hard to find somebody that's real. Because you're the average person that you see on social media or the average person that you actually know from the street that be on social media, don't be your haters. Don't be your biggest haters. So instead of them saying what's up or DMing you to see how's you doing, they rather just look at your post, read what you posted, or look at your pic and just keep scrolling without liking or commenting. That's how people are, man. Yeah. Happy Wednesday, my guy. Welcome to the live. But that's how people are. People will just think certain things about you too. People don't have to know you from a can of paint. People can just look at you and assume that you are this person that you really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I might be from the hood. I might be, from the street, whatever, right? But I'm an honest stand-up citizen, right? I'm not on the block selling dope. I'm not walking around with guns and threatening people, or I'm not trying to extort nobody, right? But the average person may look at me and be like, "Oh, he on that BS. He violent. He might try to do something to somebody, or he might be on drugs or something." And this will shock a lot of people. I might be from the hood. I might be from the street, but I don't smoke no weed. I don't smoke no powder. I don't pop no pills, no beans, none of that. I drink some alcohol. Yeah, I drink some liquor, but that's it. So, but the reason why I'm telling you people that is because some people might look at me and be like, "Oh yeah, he popped on beans. Oh, he smoked that weed every day." And the whole time, I don't do none of that because you have to realize my job actually drug tests me once every 2 months, every 60 days. I have to take a drug test. So how in the world I'm gonna smoke a blunt or pop a pill or pop a bean? How I'm gonna do that? You know what I mean? But people will look at you and judge and be like, "Yeah, he popped on beans," and the whole time I don't do nothing. You know what I mean? But that's how the world is. Like I'm breaking it down and explain it to you people so you can understand my point where I'm coming from. Like the world gonna look at you some type of way on this social media. Like social media is built for people. I feel like social media was created to divide people in so many words because if you watch other people's status, posts, it could be on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any social media platform, and people may look at the comment or look at the status, and then they'll drop a comment. Then the comment, you know what I mean? Like the status may go viral, right? The status may get 500,000 views, right? Versus 50,000 likes and hearts with maybe 30, 40,000 comments in the comment section. And then when you look at the comment section and you see a status and you see all these different people from every walk of life, you see Mexicans in there, you see white folks in there, you see black folks in there, you see all types of people, even from the corporate world, and you see them saying, you see people saying crazy comments, like they dropping crazy comments, saying crazy stuff, and they saying stuff like, "Oh, you a clown. Oh, you lame. Oh, you don't know what you talking about. Oh, hey, homie, where you from?" And blah blah blah. Like, you're gonna get that all the time dealing with social media. That's why I learned. That's why, like, when I drop something, I might post something, I might do a video, and I get crazy comments. Like, when it comes down to this social media, people are hateful as heck. Like, people will show you they stuff. You know what I mean? And basically, social media has exposed a lot of people. Social media exposed the way the world really is. Even with the celebrities, like the rappers, the actors, the football players, the pro football players, the pro basketball players. Like, social media exposes a lot of people, man. Like, it shows the world like who people really are. So, in so many words, social media is a gift and a curse. And man. So that's why if you do social media, you do content, a lot of things you can't let it get to you. You can't allow it to affect you, because if you allow what people say in the comment section, I don't care if it's Facebook, I don't care if it's YouTube, I don't care if it's Instagram, you have to be a weak ninja with a weak mind. Because the only reason why people say certain things in the comment section is to test your mind, to test your heart, to see where your heart is. You know what I mean? A lot of time people do that to tempt you to quit, to stop. But the whole time, if your mind not weak, you keep going. You're not going to stop creating content. You're not going to stop posting all because one person made a statement and said something bad about you. You know what I mean? But that's the world we live into today. I mean, in this time. But back in the 90's, we didn't have no Facebook. We didn't have YouTube in the 90's. If a person had something to say to somebody, they said it to their face. As a man, as a woman. You know what I mean? It wasn't no cowards back then. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't no cowards back in the day, because you couldn't be no keyboard gangster. You couldn't get on the keyboard and talk shit and say something about a person you don't know just out of hate. But see, back in the day, if you walked up to a person and said something bold or said something fucked up, guess what? You're gonna get fucked up. That's how it was. That's the difference between the 90's and today. You see what I'm saying? And then, technology, like, that's why I'm speaking on it, because when it comes down to this social life, technology has changed this shit a lot. I mean, a lot. Because a lot of things people say, if they seen that person face to face, they would never ever say the shit that they say in the comment section. I swear to God, they wouldn't. Where's my charger plug at? I gotta find my fucking. Oh, there you go. But I swear to God, people will not say that to their face. I promise you that. You know what I mean? Because see, the real hood, the real gangster is in the street. You understand me? It's a difference. You have your street gangsters versus your internet gangsters. And internet gangsters is not real gangsters, man. Internet gangsters gonna talk shit on the internet and talk gangster shit on the internet, but they not doing gangster shit in the street. You know what I'm saying? And that's my point. I got shit on charger. I want my fucking phone to die. But that's my whole point, man. Like, on this internet, guys will talk that shit, but will not be man enough to say it to another man's face if they was in the street. I swear to God, I promise. That's why you can't, if you're on the internet and you do content, you cannot let what people say get to you in these times. And then a lot of times, in some cases, some of them crazy comments and statements, they are robots. You know what I mean? You have robots that's circulating the internet as trollers. You know what I mean? A lot of people think think that trollers mean a person trolling you, watching your page, watching your profile, watching your channel. It means more than that. You have robots. Like I said, you have robots that troll the internet just like a real person. You know what I mean? And that comes from the government, buddy. And people don't know that, but that's factual. It's factual. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm reading the comments down here. Internet gangster is a yep, oxymoon, yep. Change the batteries to your smoke detector. What you talking about? Yeah, whatever, bro. I don't know what you talking about. You talking about something irrelevant. But what I'm talking about right now, like I said, like that's why I titled the video 90's versus today. Because see in the 90's, like a lot of things we have access to, like AI for example. People use AI to make money, right? And that's the easiest way to make money and get bread. Versus the 90's, we didn't have no AI. You know what I mean? We didn't even have computers. We didn't have no cell phones. We didn't have none of that. You know, if we wanted to make some money, we had to go get a lawnmower, a push mower, and go cut some out of grass right down the street and make 25, 35, $45 real quick. That was the hustle back in the days. We didn't have AI. You know what I mean? You couldn't do content make money back in the day. You had to go cut some out of yard, or you had to cut down some out of trees, or you had to wash or detail somebody's car or truck. That was the hustle back in the day. You know what I mean? We see we had to hustle the long way. You know what I mean? We had to hustle the hard way, the long way. Nowadays, when it comes down to hustling, it's easy. That's why I don't understand why you see ninjas out here walking around broke. Like, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it, bro. You know, I can record videos every day and make bread off this. But see, me being me, I don't record. I don't depend on YouTube. You know what I mean? I don't depend on social media to make me money. Even though I hope I do become rich off this shit one day, but I'm not depending on this. You know what I mean? Like it's other ways to get money off this internet, and there's still other ways besides the internet to get money. There's 100 million ways to get money besides the internet. You know. But anyway, you like this video, smash the like and subscribe button, man. Yeah. Just hit the mute button. It's going to be at the, I think at the top. Unmute the live. Yeah. Biscuit man. Shout out to you though. Yeah. But anyway, back to conversation. Like I was saying, when it come down to today, right? This new generation, this new millennium. Let me say that correctly. Now, when it come down to loyalty, loyalty meant something different back in the 90's, man, versus today. Like loyalty meant something different because, like back then, it was all about community and unity, right? Everybody stuck together. That's just like if your next door neighbor had kids, right? And they came outside and she didn't have grocery to cook them food or whatever. Guess what? The next door neighbor gonna feed the kids. Even if the next door neighbor seen the kids outside acting bad, running out in the road, about to get ran over by a car, and if the parents wasn't home, guess who responsibility it was? The next door neighbor. The next door neighbor came outside with a switch off the tree and spank. What they'll do is spank the kids. They will discipline the kids while the mama gone. Yeah, that part. But nowadays, be the next door neighbor of a couple with kids or teens or whatever, and they gonna work and let you come outside with a switch and spank somebody else's kids. You know what's gonna happen? Them kids gonna go back and tell their mom and daddy, and the dad or the mom gonna come back ready to fight. Or either they're gonna call 12. They're calling the police. That's the difference. You know what I mean? Like the parenting style today is so different from the parenting style in the 90s. Because see, in the 90s, the kids, we I was a kid back then. I was a teen. We was disciplined. We had to be in the house at a certain time, certain places we couldn't go to at a certain time, certain type of people we couldn't be around. If the uncles and aunties was drinking beer, drinking liquor, smoking blunts, guess what? Mom and dad will tell us to go upstairs or go to outside and go play in the backyard while everybody stayed in the kitchen and smoked their blunts and drank their beers and drank their liquor and whatever it may be. Today, people allow their kids to be around them while they're smoking blunts, drinking liquor, drinking beer. You even have women out there that allow their kids to meet random men. Like they allow random men to come into their house while the kids are there and they see the random man. You know what I mean? And then what makes so bad, the random man who comes into the house isn't their biological father. It's a stranger, it's a random guy. The woman be booed up, kissing on the man, and the kids right there looking. The kids right there watching. And then if they get down and dirty, you have some women that get down and dirty. They get down and dirty with random men right in front of their kids, man. That's a bad parenting style. And we talking about in this era, in this decade, we talking about 2025 right here. And I done seen this with my own two eyes. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. But see, in the 90s, like I said, when I was coming up, I didn't see certain things. See, what people have to realize too, your kids, when it comes down to kids go by what they see. Kids go by what their parents do. So if their parents have a consistent pattern of doing certain things in front of them for years and years and years, once that child becomes a teen or a young adult, they do the same thing. They do the same thing because they seen the fact that mom and daddy did that. Oh, mama did that. Okay, I can be a pimp too. Oh, I can be a player too. You know what I mean? That's the difference between the 90s versus today. You know? And like I see that 100 million times in my life. I mean, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it from the times I ran the streets until now. By me being an older guy, I'm more matured, and I still see things like this. I still see it. And it's sad, man. That's what you call a lack of self-respect. A lack of self-respect. Because number one rule is, if you don't respect yourself as a human being, what make you think the next person gonna respect you anyway? Because see, people can see what's real. Real recognize real. And when a person see you and they see your actions and they see the things you are doing, they feeding off of that. They going off of first instinct, off of first sight. You know, whatever a person first see in you, that's what they're gonna judge you by. You know what I mean? If a person see you smoking that dope, guess what? When they first see you, guess what? They're gonna label you as a dope head. If a person first see you and you are a drunkard, and you walking down the street, you walking in the middle of the hood, you walking in the middle of the projects, and that's the first time they see you, and they see you drunk, guess what? They're gonna judge you as a drunkard. If a person see you stealing, guess what? They're gonna and that's the first time they see you. Guess what? They're gonna judge you as a thief. And hey, the truth may hurt, but it's the truth. That's the way the world operates. You know what I mean? In these times. Now, back in the day, when we talk about the 90's, it was different then, because people took out time to really get to know people, and most people didn't judge off first instinct back in the day. Some did, but not everybody. It was a different ball game in the 80's, 90's, and so forth. But when you talk about 2010 up till now, it's on site. Well, whatever a person first seeing you, that's what they feeding off of, and it's a harsh reality, you know. It's a harsh reality, and see that alone goes to show you how much life has changed. Like, life has changed a lot back then versus now. We talking about a 25, 30 year difference. You know what I mean? And that goes to show you life changes all the time. Like right now, we are in the year 2025. I guarantee you, when we get to the year 2035, life gonna be so different from the way it is right now. Like what you see go on right now, you will not see that in the year 2035. I promise you that. Life always revolves. Life always it elevates in so many words. Like it changes. It changes. It's like the planet Earth that spins 360 degrees. Nothing never stays the same. The style of clothing never stays the same. The music never stays the same. That's just like the hip hop culture, right? The rap games, to be exact. Back in the 90's, early 2000s, when it came to rap or gangster rap was more like this: I'm repping this, I'm from this neighborhood, I'll whoop you, you know what I mean, with these hands and blah blah blah. Versus now, gangster rap is all about it's basically gangster rap is drill rap now. And these guys, when they rap, they mumble. You can't understand the words they speak in the song. And plus, they don't spit 16 bars for real. And for the record, they don't be on beat. But when it came down to the rap game, the rap music in the 90's and early 2000s, everybody was on beat. And everybody had a concept to their song. Like, everybody had a concept to their song. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't no disconnect in the track. But back in the days, but nowadays, excuse my French, but nowadays, when it comes down to a song, a track, a record, they offbeat. And then when you talk about concept to a song, say most songs may last 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 50 seconds, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Most songs now last no more about 3 minutes, right? So that means you have 2 verses, which we're supposed to be 32 bars plus the hook or the chorus, better yet. These guys all off beat, so I know good and well they not spitting 16 bars. Most likely they are spitting more like maybe 10, 11 bars to a verse. And then by them being off beat, what they do on one verse, okay, starting from the hook. We're gonna get this right from the hook. The hook may be about something about the street, about snitching in the street, right? The song can be about snitching in the street, right? That's the hook. That's the chorus, right? Then they go on and drop the first verse. Okay, the first verse connects with the hook, the chorus, right? Then they come back with the hook again. Some hooks may repeat about 2, 3, 4 times, depending on how the beat is. And then when the melody of the chorus, when the beat slows down and it kicks back up, speeds back up for the second verse to kick in. Soon as they jump into the second verse, Everything they say in the second verse do not relate to the hook, the chorus, or the first verse. And I promise you that. All you have to do is go back and get on Google, Google the song, Google the song's lyrics, listen to the song at the same time as you read the lyrics. And you might be like, what this motherfucker doing? Like what this guy talking about? And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I need somebody watching this video to do that one time for me. And then come back and tell me what you think. Because I have done this. And from my judgment, these songs now don't have no concept, bro. They don't have no concept, bro. They don't. That's why people can't stay in tune with the song when they listening to the song. Like people can't get crunk. You can't get crunk. You can't. You know what I mean? It does nothing to your mind. It doesn't stabilize your mind. It does nothing. It teaches you nothing. You gain nothing from it. You know what I mean? If anything, the beat may be good. Okay, the only reason why most people are into these songs now that they are into is because of the beat. It's because of the beat. Because if it wasn't for that beat, that song would be nothing. Nothing at all. You know what I mean? But see, most people think the beat is what make the song. Yeah, it can be a good beat, but if your lyrics is trash, if the lyrics don't match with the beat, you have nothing. You have nothing. It's nothing. It's trash. It's garbage. I don't care what rapper you talking about. I don't care if they was the best rapper in history. I don't care. It can be anybody. I'm gonna watch what I say. I ain't gonna name no rapper, but it's some rappers out there that have some pretty good beats. But when it comes down to their lyrics, it's trash. It's garbage. Because the lyrics don't match with the fucking beat, man. It don't. It don't. You know what I'm saying? But I had to say that. I had to put that out there. You know, and like I don't know where it went wrong at, because I remember the last good song came out maybe around 2000 and maybe 11 and 12, and it was a mixtape. Like the mixtapes, like on live mixtapes and your datpiff.com mixtape website. Like that shit was popping around what, 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Always, yeah, because that's when I was living in Alabama and I used to download live mixtapes every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? And I used to collect mixtapes. Like the mixtapes was the shit. Because I feel like the mixtapes were better. Because number one, foremost, when every time somebody dropped a mixtape, they stayed on beat, man. They stayed on beat, man. It didn't matter if they was underground or mainstream. Everybody that dropped the mixtape around 2005 till 2014 was on fucking point, man. You know what I'm saying? And then for some odd reason, after 2014, everything just went downhill. Everybody just started coming out with whack ass fucking music, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's when everybody started getting off beat. So by me saying that now, see, back in the 90's, it was hard to get signed. You know what I mean? You had to be badass. You know what I mean? You had to know your shit. You had to be on your shit to get signed, right? It used to be hard to get signed to a label. Now, I'm gonna say from 2018 till right now, it's easy. Anybody can get signed. You can be a retard and get signed. I can get signed right now, and I'm old as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I know it was this old man. I forgot his freaking name. He's on YouTube too. This guy is 60 something years old, and this guy about to get signed, man. I'm gonna have to find this guy And that's the next time I go live, I'm gonna give y'all this guy name. But this guy is 60 something years old, about to get signed to a label. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, nigga, ain't you too old? You know what I'm saying? Ain't you too old to try to get signed to a label? You old as dirt. You got gray hair all over your head. You got gray beard. Your face wrinkled, more wrinkled than mine. You know what I'm saying? He older than me. And he about to get signed. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, but and then I heard the dude freestyle with a beat on. That guy was off beat. He wasn't. The freestyle in the beat was not connecting, man. So by me saying that, I'm telling you people, anybody can get signed. Even little kids are getting signed, like little kids, little babies, 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, getting signed to labels. Yeah, that's just like that little young guy. I keep forgetting his name, but he be with he used to be with he used to be with what his name is man, what that rapper name? Finesse two times. The young boy that used to be with Finesse two times, but he with the other guy now, that zesty guy, whatever his name is. This guy right here, this little nigga right here, ain't no more about 8, 9 years old, and he signed. And he don't be on beat like that for real. Like this guy do not be on fucking beat, bro. So I'm letting y'all know right now, anybody can get signed. Y'all can, if anybody rap that watches right now, if you ain't got a record deal, something ain't right, because you can get signed. You can go anywhere and get signed and get paid. It may not be a lot of money like Finesse two times and Moneybag Yo and them, but it's gonna be some money. You might get 50 bands, you might get 100 bands, you might get 20 bands. You never know. All you gotta do is walk up to somebody and holler at them that got a label. If they got a label, holler at them and be like, hey, let me bust this freestyle for you. I want to get signed. I'm willing to put in the work. Do that, bust that freestyle. Guarantee you, they gonna sign you. It's that easy. And by me explaining that goes to show you the rap game don't change a lot from the 90s until now. It's a different game, baby. It ain't the same. Yeah, they his name Lil King. You said it right, bro. Yeah, King, they his name. Yeah, he don't be on beat like that. This man do not be on fucking beat, bro. And then he ain't no more than about what? I'm gonna say it wrong. I said it wrong. He can't be no more than 11 or 12 years old. And he signed. So if he can get signed, anybody can get signed. If a little boy can get signed and you 20 some years old or 19 and you can't get signed, something ain't right. And see, the reason why I'm speaking on this, because I be seeing guys complaining all the time talking about, I'm looking for a deal, I'm trying to get signed, and blah blah blah. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. It's not. Yeah, let me read this comment. Memphis got rap legends with emulate flows and wordplay. Yeah. True. You're right. You're right. Yeah, see, that's why I said, like, it's not the same, man. It's watered down. It's over with for the rap game. It's over with. But that's for a separate video. I'm gonna do that on a different video, like, but it's over with. It's not the same. Like me personally, by me being a rap fan, I'd rather listen to the old rap, like the old Bun B, the old UGK, the old Ti, the old Young Jeezy, the old Gucci Man, the old Dirty Boys from Alabama, David Banner, Big Crit, Blood Raw Steam, Trick Daddy, and the old Twister, Dating Family. Three Six Mafia, the old Three Six Mafia, like the Mystic Styles. You know what I mean? And World Domination, Chapter 2. Like, those are the shits that I listen to. I still listen to. I rather personally listen to the old shit. This new music, this new rap, I can't do it because they are mumbling. You can't understand a word they saying. The whole purpose of rap is to talk. I mean, is to rap like you talking. You know, you want people to listen to the beat, but also hear your lyrics. You want people to learn your lyrics so they can learn from you, learn the person you are. That's the whole purpose. For real. Straight up, bro. Straight up. Because somebody got to tell the truth. Because, see, the thing is, a lot of people scared to speak on certain things. You know what I mean? Because my whole thing is, what's the purpose of being a YouTuber? What's the purpose of getting on camera if you scared to speak, or scared, or better yet, you fear speaking facts? Like, like I said, I can't fake it, bro. I can't fake it. I'm not fake. I'm far from fake. I refuse to be that because it's not in my DNA. You know what I mean? Anytime you see me on this camera, anytime you see me on this platform, when I speak and talk about something, I'm speaking on something that everybody can take enlightenment from. Something that everybody can take heed to. I'm not gonna sit here and get on camera and speak lies or tell you a false narrative, a false story to make it seem like I'm some real ninja when, you know what I'm saying, I'm not no fake ninja, but I'm showing you that I'm real because I'm speaking it. And I'm also applying it in my life. I'll be fake as heck if I get on this camera and speak on something fake, you know what I'm saying? Knowing good and well that's not true. Speak something that's false, that's not even true. Why even create content if you're going to be fake, or better yet, be in fear of what people going to think or what the world going to say? Because me being me, I don't fear dying. Because thing is, if it meant for me to die, then I'm gonna die. You feel what I'm saying? All because I spoke the truth. All because I spoke facts. You know what I mean? A lot of people they scared. They don't, they fear. They in fear. They get on this camera and fake it. I can't do it. I refuse to. But anyway, I don't talk enough, man. But like I said, I can't fake it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you're gonna win in life is when you be real, you speak real, and keep it real. But if you can't keep it real and you out here faking it, you won't make it far in life. You're not gonna progress. You're not gonna get to where you want to get to, especially if you're doing content. Because you have to realize you really do have some real people still in this world. You know what I mean? It's a lot of real people still here, still around. It's real people still out here. But only thing is, you have more fake people in the world than real people. See, fake people gonna complain. People that's fake, they they will acknowledge a lie. They will believe a lie before they believe the truth. I learned that a long time ago. See, that's why not too many people like me. Cause I'm the last of a dying breed. I'm the last of the few of the real. And I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not gonna stop or change what I'm doing because of what somebody else say, or being in fear. Because real giants don't live life in fear. Real bosses don't live in fear. You know what I mean? Real guys don't walk around in fear. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if you live your life walking around in fear because you are scared of what somebody going to say, you're not going to last long at all. You're not. That's why I don't worry about shit. Like, I'm different. I'm sorry, but I'm different. See, that's why some people are clean to me, but some people don't like me neither. I know that already. But you know, if they talked about Jesus Christ when he died on the cross, what make you think they're not going to talk about me or you? What make you think they're not going to criticize me or you? You know what I mean? Because that's the way the world is built, and that's from a spiritual perspective, man. But anyway, I said a whole mouthful, man. I did some preaching tonight. But anyway, smash the like and subscribe button. Please hit it. We gotta get this channel growing. We gotta get this thing, get the ball rolling. Let's go, man. But anyway, I'll be back with a video. I'm gonna say today is Wednesday. I'm gonna come back with a video. I'm gonna say Thursday. I'm gonna say Friday. I'm gonna say Friday because I gotta do my keyword research. But I'm gonna come back with a good file video Friday. I'll drop it like sometime in the evening time, like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. So be on the lookout for my next video. But anyway, I'm gonna end the live. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.